All right. Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome. Here we are, time for some Saturday morning yoga with me. Well, it's morning for me as well. If it's not morning for you, I hope you're having a great day, whatever time it is. So, And I hope we're going to have a really great practice together. Because that's what this is we are practicing together. I'm leading it. Yes, I'm instructing a bit as I go along. Quite honestly, it's very difficult for me not to anymore because that's what I do for a living. I teach yoga all the time. It's in my head, it's in my voice, it's in my body. And that's kind of what we're working on. We want to live this. It's beyond just simply the doing of something. We embody it in every aspect of our being. And we'll talk some more about that as we go along. Now, so again, because we're sharing our practice, and obviously you're not here with me, again, reminder, little safety note, don't quit, but don't hurt yourself. You're going to be with the practice fully, so that stays with you. And you're making a full effort, yes, very strong, as strong as you can be, as far as you can go, but not forced past your actual limits. You do not harm yourself. This is right there what I mentioned before about embodying the practice. That's some of the philosophies. There's a lot of them. We're not going to get into all of them, but that's a big part of it. And like so much of the practice, these things are all linked together. Now let's start seated. Begin with a little breathing, a little focus, and of course we'll warm up. Again, having in this thought process though, again, about your awareness of, again, don't quit, don't hurt. That's tapas and ahimsa. Find a comfortable seated position. You can use a chair, it's okay. But, excuse me, goodness. So, both of those things come together with another concept called santosha. This means contentment. Close your eyes a moment. So, it does not matter now how you're sitting. Whether you got real open hips and knees and are comfortable in a full lotus, go for it. Simple, easy, cross-legged position, maybe something else entirely in a chair. This is what is right for you. It does not mean you're any better at any of this based upon the way you're sitting. Content with your ability. And this is difficult, right? No, you're just thinking, everybody's thinking, I'm thinking it. I went first time. It's like, but I want to get better. I'm supposed to get better. Why else would I practice? And this is true. Of course it is. We are working to make the body stronger, more flexible, because it's healthier. Less pain we deal with, more we can focus on other things. But this all takes time. It takes practice. We also trying to be present. A weird concept, I know. Let's exhale forward. Allow your back to release. We continue. So here we are. This is as far as you can physically take it without hurting yourself. And you're fully engaged in your practice. Not thinking about anything else at this point. Not thinking about going any further. But also, you made all your effort. You've gotten as far as you can go. Santosha, contentment. Again, is it possible that this space will open further? Sure. You're really tight in the hips. You're dealing with an old injury. Some stress. Locking you up. Yes, we want this to release. But if we force it, we just injure ourselves further. If we don't go as far as we can, we're not thinking about what we're doing. We're not fully engaged. And we're thinking about other things. Contentment is a deep part of this practice. Inhale it. To be able to accept, acknowledge, and be fully a part of where you are, no matter how far, how tight. Lean back, little back arm. Inhale. This is a revolutionary thing. Our society encourages us, has for centuries, to get more. But the other truth is that if it's always about more, it never stops. You can never be content when it's always about getting more. Exhale it. It's not about not having enough. Back of the right, back of the left hand. We're going to twist to the right side. I forgot. I'm not going backwards. Exhale, twist. Right? It's not about accepting when it's not right. It's also about knowing when you've got enough. As with so much of the practice, we start with the body. We start with the emotion. And it comes off the mat later. Inhale onto it. Back of the right hand, left hand. Exhale and rotate. And breathe. Inhale and onto it. All right, here we go. We're going to put the right hand beside us, the left arm up. We sit nice and tall. Then we exhale and arch. Go where you can. And breathe. Tuck your tailbone. Tuck your chin. To a side, relax. And we'll only go so far. Again, here we go. This is contentment. This is tapas. This is ahimsa. You try to pull the ribs further apart, you stretch the muscle, and that's actually an injury. It's a pulled muscle. You don't go far enough. You full effort. Your mind wander. And quite honestly, you might feel a little guilty about it. Inhale. Again, it's all about what happened in the past, what happens in the future. And that means stress and worry and guilt and all of those things. Be present. Exhale. You have all you can. No further is needed. Again, feel the contentment of that. Again, it is okay to acknowledge that you wish to open some space. Again, if you've got an oblique that's really tight, a hip area, trying to open some space there, get it to work better. It's okay to acknowledge this. But right now, this is all. Accept it. And be content with it. Because in the end, inhale out. The part that's really yours, it's not how far or how long, but the effort itself. The result is the result. Close your eyes for a moment. Sit tall, let your breath flow again. Be aware of it, but do not judge it. Pace, the depth. Sit tall, strong. It's okay if it's difficult. Right? If you have to shift, you don't have to be stuck still. Trying to keep your mind focused. I know, again, it's difficult. It's a challenge. The human brain is evolved to shift awareness quickly. It's practice. With time, it will come. So open the eyes, crossing the ankles, we roll forward. Hands and knees, as we often do again, and of course, as I often say, if you need to come to your forearms instead, you feel free. Right foot back, and then your left. Got a plank briefly. We roll the shoulders, slight flex to the knees if needed. And we exhale to a downward facing dog. And we exhale and walk our feet in. Bend your knees quite a bit. Big toes are parallel. Middle strong, chins tight. Easy Uttanasana. Little strength in the inner legs, so your weight doesn't roll out. When we inhale up, push yourself tall, feel your arms sweep. If you need your hands to help you go for it, then we're going to reach them up. When we come into a tall standing back arch, standing locust pose. Big length here. And we'll exhale and straighten. Pausing a moment, we'll come into a mountain pose. Let the palms be open. Center your weight up. Little strength here. Ears, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Align, adjust your glasses. No, you don't have to do that part. That was just for me. All right. And we're going to, come into a warrior 2, warrior 1. We're not going to stay too long in the warrior 2. It's more to set the feet and get the lower body ready. We'll spend a little more time in the warrior 1. So we're going to step nice and wide. Now, we're going to go to the right first. So in that case, if you have your feet at the head of the mat, step your left foot back. Give yourself some space here. Now we want to keep the heels lined up. We're going to pivot on the right heel. Point the toes straight ahead towards the narrow end of the mat. Or however you're using it, right? Your left heel is slightly backwards. Thighs open. Now we're going to change this up just a bit. Okay? I want you to put your fingers here and really keep your lower abdomen working now. Without your doing this. You lean back. So we got to be very aware now. So your shoulders and hips line up. Your middle is strong. Turn to the right. And we'll exhale. And flex the right knee. Now as you sink down, you find all the strength you need, the space that's right for you. Be content with how much you flex your knee. And we'll exhale and sweep the arms out. Keeping ourselves quite centered. Just a couple of breaths here, and then, like I said, warrior 1. So we've established the base. Now if you need to bring our hands back to your hips, go for it. We don't want to let the pelvis tip too much as our exhale turns us to the right. Don't let that right knee unbend. Your shoulders may come further around. And then the exhale, sweep your arms up. In Virabhadrasana 1 now. Very strong. So you've got a little twist here. Very strong hip release. Slight back arching. But don't exaggerate that work. Feel the strength. Calm breath in. It doesn't matter whether your shoulders and hips are fully lined up, whether your knee is bent at a 90-degree angle, as long as you've gone where you can. Heck yeah, that's it. And inhale to straighten your right leg. Bring your arms down. We'll try the other side now. Okay, so, same kind of thing. And if you want to just pivot like I'm going to, you step your left foot up, bring your right foot back. It is up to you. And here we go. So, left knee, left toes. Right heel back. Bring it open. Lift. Again, we're going to leave the hands here. We're going to really work to keep the upper body aligned. Turn to look left. Exhale. Again, little wiggle, little adjustment. Use your hands, and then exhale the full Virabhadrasana 2. Yeah. Warrior 2. And here we go. Okay, use the hands as you need. Exhale, turn. Lots of strength here. Bring it around, bring it around. Again, a little different. Open that right knee. I just did it. Keep that length. Exhale up. When we're ready, warrior 1. 3. Very good. And we inhale again. Coming out. And turning as we need. Hands down. Again, right foot up. Again, I'm just going to turn my feet. Bring them together. Couple of steps. Nice. Flex your knees slightly. Getting the big toes parallel. And we fold. Easy, but a little fairly long here. You do not have to touch the floor. There's no requirement. Again, here we are. Back to that philosophy. Right? If you're thinking back and judging how well, quote unquote, you did the Warrior 2, Warrior 1, stop. Be content. Your effort was there. Full and complete. You'll have another chance again. Exhale, let yourself straighten up. Inhale, slowly roll. Slide arch again, just get some space here. Big length. And the curve is not great. In the sense that it's not large, deep. It's just a little opening. Exhale. Again, we sweep the hands down. Bring them together. Okay. Now, we're going to come into a Warrior 3 balance, which we will then also turn into a revolved version of that. Parvita Virabhadrasana 3. Okay, so this is a balance with a twist. There's a lot going on here. Most important part is the awareness of the line of the hips, holding them level. Right? Not how far you turn, not how much you pivot. Right? Go where you can. That's your big focus here. Okay? And you'll see why in a little bit. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to stand on the right foot, and I'm going to turn the upper body towards that side. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to go with you, of course. If you're not sure, watch me first. But I'm nervous about this one because Flora got all this carpet down here. One of these days, I'll win the lottery, and then we'll replace this with a proper floor. All right, here we go. So we're going to bring the hands together. Tuck our tailbone. We got some room here. Then we sink down. Pretty deep. Right? I'm going to tuck our tailbone in. I'm going to try to be as upright as possible. Since we're going to stand on the right foot, we're going to lift that right heel. I'm going to put that back down. Then we lift the left heel. Now all the weight comes to the right foot. We exhale to straighten. And we extend the left. So ears, shoulders, hips, and the left leg, one long line. Again, this can be it. This might be the depth of it for you. As we exhale, pivot a little further. As close to horizontal as you can get. Keeping those hips level. Exhale, let the arms extend out. And bring the right hand back. And the exhale, you turn your chest. Now where you look is up to you. Breathing. Sweep your right arm around as you untwist and inhale. Come vertical. Ooh, nice. Exhale the hands back down. Pausing a moment here. I want to turn just for the demonstration's sake. And the twist itself isn't necessarily too deep. And the awareness, maintaining the balance, hips level, and the length there. That's what we're working on. Here we go. Exhale down. Left heel up. Get yourself real vertical. Left foot back down, right heel up, and now we go up onto the left leg. Right leg back. We'll point the toes, flex the heel too strongly. Exhale, pivot where you can. Reach the arms out. Bring the left hand back. All over. No, don't do that. And looking where it works for you. Exhale and twist. Inhale. Coming out. Good job. Exhale back down. Pausing a moment in your Tadasana. So content. Again. So the awareness of the level of keeping the hips level as we're trying to stand on the left foot. The twist itself really can't be very big. So we gotta let go of the how far, right? Same thing with whether we're horizontal or not. How much we wobble. Your full effort. It was there. Right? Now, we're going to come into a side stretch and then go back into a deeper twist now, a revolved triangle, Parvita Trikonasana. So some of that work we just did, both in the warrior one and the balance, is all there for you. So here we go. So now, so everybody steps their feet about hip width apart. Again. Right foot's in front. Distance back here. It's straight back. The hips and the heels stay lined up. Don't let the left hip drift back. So here. So again, like we just had a moment ago. The awareness of the level hip. And the strength down the leg. So work in the upper body. Your left hand comes to your right wrist. We exhale forward. Don't round down. Keep that chest open. Tuck your chin. Right? You're going to get closer to your leg. No rush. Don't worry. Let the hands come down. The left hand comes to the inside of the right foot. If it reaches the floor, don't bend the knee to do that. Otherwise, hand to the shin. Right arm out. Exhale, twist strongly. Now maybe you turn further, maybe not. It's okay. Tuck your chin, feel that work. Keep your shoulders broad. Don't pinch your arm back. Don't pull it back just to point the fingers more towards the ceiling. Not going that way. Let it happen. Breathe. Be content. Find the alignment. Find the awareness. Breathe and open where you can. If it happens to deepen, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Santosha. Inhale, untwist carefully. And up we come. Let's do the other side. Here we go. So again, keeping the heels hip width apart, right foot goes straight back. Line it up. Middle strong. Legs work. Side stretch. Revolve triangle. Right hand to your left wrist. Exhale, extend. You're not required to put your forehead on your shin. Don't bend your knee. And same thing. If your right hand reaches the floor, put it just to the inside of the foot. Maybe you'll get to straighten the arm. Can't reach the floor? Put it as far down the leg as you can. Center this twist up, though, by bringing that hand just to the inside of the foot or onto the shin, and then you exhale as you extend the left arm and twist. Revolve triangle. Breathe. I keep doing that. Have it. And we inhale and untwist. Come on up. With your next inhale, the right foot up. Oh my goodness. Wow. That feels good. Let's bring those legs together. Your Uttanasana, working our way down. Strong fold dome. Let's really open up the back of the legs. Bring that strength up the front so the back of the legs can open. By up the front, I mean, it's not just the thighs, not just the shins, it's your abs, it's your chest, the awareness of all of that as we exhale and fold. Deep as you can go. You still don't have to touch the floor yet. You still don't have to put your forehead on your shins. In truth, not ever. In the strength, the openness, the weakness, the tightness is yours. How your body moves, where it can go, is yours. Here and now. This is what counts. This is where and when you're practicing. This is where you truly are. Not later. Not before. But now. Fingertips down. Lift your heels, knees in, and exhale, sit deep. And balance up. If you can, you don't have to be, because it's already too much for your knees or ankles. Sit down. Right? Hands together. Out for balance. The fingers are still on the floor. It all works. I don't know why I did that with my hand. Breathe. That feels good too. Now let's shift our weight back forward. Fingertips down. Cross your ankles. And we sit down. Well done. Nicely done, everybody. Okay, now. And we can get into a hip opening here. And we'll get some leg extensions and some forward folds. All sorts of things going to happen here. So, but first things first. We are going to come into a Gomukhana. Alright, so a seated hip opening here. Now we're not going to fold much while we're doing this one, just so you're aware. Okay? So, bend your right leg at the knee. Left thigh comes underneath. Right thigh turns. Knee comes over. Alright. Now, your knees don't have to line up fully. Don't lean over. Sit up tall. If that means this foot knee goes higher, that foot goes further out, fine. Santosha. Tuck your chin, ears, shoulders, hips, align, and just keep working. The movement in. The knees will get closer to each other, the outside of the knee, the inside of the left, with that work. Don't push, don't twist. Breathe. It's hard, I know. It involves some strength in the upper inner thighs and the groin area. We don't use like this very often. It can be uncomfortable to try to keep your thighs rolled open as you bring that work in. This is why we hang on to the feet a little bit to help. Keep your toes flat. This will help keep the ankles from pushing to the floor. Take your bottom leg, swing it long. Allow the top leg to come long. And uncross. And we'll do the other side. So, might be really different. Sit up nice and tall though. Left knee bending. Right leg comes underneath. And we're trying to center it up. And again, using the hands as we require. Most importantly, you keep your hind end, your hips level again. And you breathe. And the movement is still there, right? Again, santosha. You may not feel it. You may not be aware that the action is happening. But it's there, right? Again, your awareness will deepen. And this is part of the practice. It will come with time. You can do it. Excellent work, everybody. Nice job. Let's take that right leg and extend it out. And take the left leg and go down and uncross. Okay. Now, we're going to come into a forward fold, a modified turtle pose position here. So we're going to release a little bit of the inner legs and then get a forward fold, release the back of it. So, I'm going to turn slightly. Now, we start with the legs nice and long. Wiggle your sit bones down and sitting pretty tall. We roll the thighs out. We're going to bend the knees just enough that the toes and the heels touch. As soon as the toes touch, stop bending the knees. So you get this elongated space here. Knees are up enough. You can bring your hands underneath, behind them. Tuck your chin. Strong middle again. Always. When we exhale, fold. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle a little bit as you have to. Get your inner elbows as close as possible. Now, don't let your shoulders cram up here. You did. Bring them back. It's going to take you might raise up a little bit, but you're also going to start to come over that space, and that's what we want. Exhale. And beginning to extend the inner thighs. Let your back open a bit. Maybe you'll put your forehead on your toes. Maybe not. You don't have to. Breathe. Lift your knees slightly. Inhale and begin to sit up. Now use your hands as you require. Once we're all the way up, we're going from here into a Baddha Konasana. Now again, we're not going to fold. Just want you to really focus, staying upright. You slide your heels in, use your hands, big opening, the upper inner thigh. Lots of work here. As we exhale. And your hands might be underneath the little toes, maybe the ankles. It is up to you. Again, your knees do not have to touch the floor. Your body open, upward through the spine, downward through the spine, but left and right out with the inner thighs. Little down through the toes, little toes. That's it. Then you breathe in calm. Let it relax. And the inhale. The knees lift a bit. Exhale, let your legs extend long. All right, now we're going to come into a Paschimottanasana. Toes are flexed back. Wiggle, wiggle again. And so forward fold again. Inhale up. And you don't have to go any further than this. This is it, right? You've already done every part of it. Exhale forward if you can. And reaching the toes is not required. Don't let your thighs roll out. Relax your neck, your shoulders, when you get where you get. And breathe. Calmly. Again, it's okay if you breathe faster. This might be really hard. Or it might be really easy for you. This is your effort. This is your mountain, if you will. Right? When you've reached your peak, your summit, you don't try to go any further or you'll fall over the other side. Any fool can fall down a mountain, right? But because your shoulders maybe are just a little bit past the line of your hips, another person might have their forehead on their shins. This does not mean either of you has technically gone further. Because each of you, each of us, is our own mountain. It does not matter what the other person does or doesn't. Inhale. All you have to do is reach your own summit, and sometimes that will change where it is from one practice to the other. Be content. Some days it's not as high, to keep that metaphor going, as others. Crossing your ankles, going to roll forward here. Using downward facing dog. I'm going to come into a couple of back arches. I'm going to take one foot back, and then the other. And exhale down. Lots of strength here as you shift that weight back. Calm breath through it. All right, we're going to inhale, come down to the knees. Strong middle to protect your back as we work our way down to the floor. So come on now. We're going to do a locust pose here. Bring your legs long, tuck your chin. Arms are back. So now the hands are off the floor. They're already extended. And again, this is about the extension, the direction of it, not the depth of the curve. Keep your chin tucked. Feel your legs long. My toes are already coming off the floor a little bit. That's okay. Inhale up. Thighs lift. You can't go very high. Maybe you do. Maybe you're barely off the floor. Again, does not matter. Is this your limit? Heck yeah. We're killing it. Keep going. Breathe. Rest when you need. Exhale down. Bring your hands up. Your forehead. Rest. Breathe. All right, everybody. Now, so bring the legs pretty close. A cobra pose. So stronger back arch now. I'm going to keep the feet down. Like we're going to make them work a little bit. Pop, pop. Little strong still. Thumbs just below the edge of the chest. There. Press down, but the elbows go back. Your arms do not have to straighten. Keep those shoulders back. Now, we inhale and arch. In, right? Go where you can. Breathe. Exhale forward. You let your hands come up for a moment. For 3. Breathing. Excuse me. The abs stay working to support your back. We bring the hands back. This time we're curling the toes under. Up we come. Bring our knees in. Cross your ankles. We lie back and lie down. All the way back. So, here we are. Now let's get our back nice and long. Tuck our tailbone, work your knees and ankles pretty close together, and we're going to use the abs, upper thigh, and the hips now to squeeze our knees in. Real tight. And breathe. Just let your hands rest a moment. Right. Bring our left hand up to the left shin. Pull in. So you're going to let your left leg relax a little bit. And we're going to extend the right leg quite long. Now keep your middle very strong here. So maybe the leg isn't fully extended. It's okay if the back of the knee isn't on the floor. But the heel is. And your back stays long, a little flex the right toes. We're going to turn this into a reclined revolved triangle now. Right hand to the left big toe. And then you see if you can straighten that leg, which means it'll come over you a little bit further. Now if you're all bent, can't get that full length, let go of your foot. Put the hand up towards the ankle. It's okay. The length of the leg here, more important. Left arm wide. Keep your shoulders broad. And exhale. Roll onto the outside of the right leg, the right hip. And breathe. And if the back of the right hand, the left foot reach the floor, that is great. But they don't have to. Breathe. Go over your foot, bend your left knee, inhale and untwist. Bring the left foot down, bring the right knee up. Let's do that again. Exhale, pull the knees in. Again, it's just all the strength in the middle. right hand here on the right knee. If you can't reach the back of the thighs, fine, of course. Pull down a bit. And then we're just going to exhale. Again, we get the big length. Heel on the floor. Little flex the toes. Left hand takes the right big toe. And if it can't, as we exhale, extend the leg. Get that leg long. Move the hand to the ankle if you have to. Right arm out. Recline, revolve, triangle. Exhale. Twist. Oof. Close to the wall. Gonna change it. Oh, that feels good. And we inhale on. Alright. And we bring the right foot down. We exhale, bring the left knee up. Okay, now exhale, pull the knees in. Now this time using the hands on both shins, just going to press in a bit. Breathe. Alright, a reclined hip opening now. So we can inhale, let the feet come down. Now, we're just going to cross the left knee over the right. Now what we're going to do here is going to come into a reclined half Gomakanasana. Alright? So we're going to leave the right knee bent. Now begin to turn your left thigh, reaching up with the hand as you need. If your right hand can hold the left foot, great. Now don't pull too strongly here. Really flex those toes. Make them work. We're going to try to get the knees to line up. Now again, we go back to that strength. This is just the right leg. We exhale and pull in. Now once you are here, if you can, and this is up to you, you get your hands to the shin. Now if that's not working for you, you don't have to. And just breathe. And let it release. Wherever it needs to for you. Perhaps that's the outside of the thigh. Maybe it's the butt. Maybe it's the knees. Calm your breath. Be content with where you can go. And the inhale, it's the right foot come down. And we uncross the leg. And we'll do the other side. We'll bring the right knee over. Toes flex. Again, use your hand to turn the thigh. And if you can't reach the foot yet, exhale. Get a hold of it if you need to after you bring the left knee in. This is all the left leg doing most of this work here. Right? And again, if you can, the hands to the shin. A little more pressure, maybe, maybe not. Breathe though, and let these spaces relax as they need to. And inhale, left foot comes down. And we uncross our legs. Okay, now one more. I'm going to step the feet about hip width apart, the knees above the ankles, tuck the tailbone, palms flat, bridge palms. A little more hip releasing here. Inhale up. One more little back arch. Open where you can. We'll exhale, taking the hips to the heels. Roll your thighs, soles of the feet together. Release. Breathe. We're using, I know I said the bridge pose was our last one, but Buddha Konasana is leading us into Shavasana now. Exhale, allow your legs to slide long. Feet don't have to be any particular zone. Be content. You gotta bend your knees, be content. Make yourself comfortable. Don't quit, don't hurt yourself. And release. Again. Do not have to analyze any part of your practice now. There are no scores. Right? There are no like martial arts belts color. Right? I'm a black mat yogi. Silly. Right? Be content. Fullness of your effort. The wholeness of the practice is there. The wholeness of yourself is there. You need nothing more. You need only to be who you are, what you are, when you are. Now. Yeah. Improvement, whatever that be, will come. But it comes from practice. The effort. The result is the result. Back to the metaphor of the mountain, like climbing it. Again, you didn't stop halfway. You didn't give up and come back down. You went to the summit. You reached your peak. Breathe. You can flex your fingers a little bit and flex your toes gently, calmly now. Doesn't matter how fast or how far apart you flex your fingers or how much you squeeze your toes. We're going to move that work up the arms and the legs anyway. Let the wrists and the elbows bend, the ankles and the knees. Your next inhale reaches your arms nice and long past your ear. The legs extend a bit more, maybe. Maybe the heels drift up, or maybe not. It's okay. It's your body open and strong as you can be right here, right now. As the right arm comes by your ear, your left knee bends. We exhale. Roll right. Stay on your side a moment. Be content. And it's not a judgment. It's not an analysis. It's okay that there may be spaces you still need to work on. There are asanas you want to be able to do. Maybe we didn't do your favorite today. Maybe we did the one that you hate. Be content. Even if you hated it. The work continues. Breathe. As you press yourself up now, nice comfortable seated position for ourselves. And you bring our hands together in front. Let your thumbs touch the chest. Everybody smiles. Real big. You did it amazing. Thank you all. Namaste. All right. Good job, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay. Let me scooch up here real quick. So, we did finish a little early. Some of you are looking at the clock going, hey. Well, be content. I do have a reason for it. So this will be the last online class for a little while. I'm going to be out of the country and for a good portion of June. So there won't be any online yoga until July again. I'll be putting up those announcements and the event pages and all of that stuff until then. Until then, please continue to practice. Again, as you know, all of these have been saved now for a couple of years. You're welcome to come and practice anytime. Help yourself, right? Again, as always, there is a Venmo link, CashApp link, PayPal link. Whatever you care to donate sure is appreciated. It all goes towards yoga in Japan. Yay! I'm so excited. I can't wait. Okay, so again, as always, if you have questions, you can leave a comment on the video itself or send me a message. I will be able to answer those. They got internet in Japan. Okay, so until then, everybody stay safe. We'll see you all soon. Thank you. Bye.